Hey, welcome back, my amazing student. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm super happy, really. It makes me, want to do this stuff more because I know that you're watching this. Anyway, so on this lecture here, what I want to show you is how to build a pagination system here. And we're not going to make this very flexible right now, but we probably will in the future. I'll probably create a course on it because pagination is super awesome and there are so many ways of actually doing it. So I'm going to do it the most simplest way possible and then we'll take it up from there. So anyway, we're going to start working on this home route here. I'm going to add some links down here, but first we got to work with some of these queries. So pagination is going to happen because SQLAlchemy here is going to attach, we're going to attach an object to our query. And this object is going to have a whole bunch of properties that we can use here to click some buttons and get the different results depending on what button we click or which page we're on. All right. So let's go here. First of all, let's go and create some of these values that we need to have on the address bar on top here because pagination works on the, we're going to send some signals or some values to the top of this address bar here as query strings. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get one of these guys here. So that way we don't have to write that stuff from scratch. And we're going to get a value, a query string called page. And here we're going to set some stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and set a default value for this one here. And it's going to be 1. And let's also give it a type. And the type is int, just like that. Okay. So let me see here. All right. What in the world? Sorry about that. I don't like this right there, this hint. I'm going to take that off by the minute. This is really good here when you want to learn things like really deeply. Like really deep, you want to go and dive deep into this. But for me that I'm teaching, sometimes it gets in the way. I'm going to turn it off, but sometimes I use it so much because I like reading stuff that I leave it. But for the lectures, I have to take it off. So right now, I'm just going to leave it for now. And let's go ahead and do something with the page here, some conditions, because we have to override some values here. So let's say if page is none, or page is less than, it does not do equal here. It's less than 1, then page. All right. Boom. All right. Let me go down here. And oh, by the way, guys, sorry if I didn't explain this very much. So basically what we're doing here, we're saying if page is missing or less than 1, we're going to set it to 1. Otherwise, leave it as it is. All right. That's basically what we're doing here. Nothing big. OK, so yeah, let's go and create another variable here called per page. If I can get this right. And let's set this to 5 for now. All right. So that's how many results we can have per page. All right. Let's see if this is actually, let me bring it up. All righty. So this is all, we're not going to touch any of this stuff here. All right. So the one that we're going to touch is this guy right here. Instead of sending everything to the template, what we're going to do is we're going to attach this object here, this function, paginate, and we're going to pass in some parameters. So the first parameter that we're going to pass in is the page. Just like that, page. The second is going to be the per page. All right. And the third one is going to be an error out option here. We're going to set this to false. Now, if we don't do this, we are going to get an exception in the other side if, for some reason, the user types in some crazy number page on the query string or something, they playing around, right? It's gonna get an exception, and we're not handling that right now. So I prefer to just leave it empty and make nothing happen on the screen, so that way we don't get that crazy exception and we don't have to deal with it for now. And that's it. So this here is going to attach a object, okay? That's gonna have certain properties that we can access, and you guys can print this out if you want, okay? It's going to attach a couple different things here, and you can print this out. Sorry guys, I had to pause the video. I had somebody knocking on the door. I gotta get me some privacy here. Anyway, so let's go ahead here. Let me show you real quick. In a print statement, we could do contacts, and let's just do page here so that way you can see it. You can also do a couple of different ones. Let me see one that could be a little interesting here. Let's do the total pages. And let's do this one is going to say total. So these properties are being attached by this guy right here, of course, coming from Flask SQLAlchemy, all right? So let's go ahead and refresh here. And let's go in here, and you can see this says page 1, page 2, all right? And we got this line here giving us, I guess, the total. Oh, it's going to give us the total. Let me see. Well, we only have one page, really. We don't have a lot of, so that was the wrong thing to actually do, right? Yeah, that's fine. Let's actually have another one here so that way you can see. Maybe we can see a different one. This one, let's see. This one could be has nets or has previews. Let's see if we can see that in the console. Open the console. Come back here and refresh. And you can see that that one says false. Okay? So now you get it. All right, we're done with this. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into the next lecture and build the pagination links right here so that way we can take advantage of our pagination system. All right? Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next lecture. Take care.